Thank you very much. Hey, everybody on YouTube. How will you be? Happy Friday. Just getting ready to get started here. About 20 seconds from the open. Thanks for watching. Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Dave and Scott. We're in Pinckneyville on a Friday night. Mr. Hudson and another river-to-river conference game here in Perry County tonight.
Yeah, Week 8, the last conference game of the season for both these teams. Both teams will go non-conference next week. Hard to believe that it's already Week 8, but it is, and Carterville has a very good shot to win their third game in a row and possibly win 4 in a row next week in Massac County heading into the playoffs.
Absolutely, and your Carterville Lions firmly in second place in that river-to-river Mississippi division. Of course, it's Anna Jonesboro, undefeated on the season, undefeated in the conference. Carterville has their 2 conference losses, and then you've got DuQuoin, that is third.
Give hats off to AJ. They've done an outstanding job this year. Brett Dietering does an outstanding job with this program. They don't always have the most players. They don't always have the best depth, but they had the best team on the Mississippi side this year.
This Lions broadcast that's brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. Bank of Carbondale, they offer a variety of business and personal banking services, including checking, online banking, and mobile banking. For more information, go online. Visit tboc.com. We're in Perry County tonight. Of course, Pinckneyville High School, they have AstroTurf. Or do they even call it AstroTurf anymore?
Field turf.
It's just field turf.
Yeah.
But this is one thing that Coach Dennis Dress said to his team all week in practice was, make this a home game. You like the turf. So hopefully the boys come out and they are built for speed here in Pinckneyville. It's going to be a good night, a beautiful night for football in Southern Illinois. Man, we have had perfect weather, Scott Hudson, and tonight is no exception.
No exception. I mean, you look at back last year, weeks 1, 2, and 4, I believe there were, or 1, 3, and 4, there were weather delays. And this year it has been perfect. We've had cool weather most Friday nights. Cannot complain about the weather. It's been a great season weather-wise to this point.
A week ago, Carterville Lions, they had 3 goals. They wanted to come out, play strong, get up early in the game, put it away early, and stay healthy. And, Scott, they were able to accomplish 2 of the 3. They lost a key cog of this Carterville Lions offense.
Yeah, Christian Rawlinson, the starting quarterback for the Lions, broke his leg in the first quarter near the goal line. Just an unfortunate an unfortunate accident, I should say. But the good news is, and Coach Druss touched on this before the season even started, that one of his positions that he had the most depth at was at quarterback. And, of course, Harley Vaughn, who started last year at the quarterback position, will now step into that role. And, you know, he played 3 quarters last week, basically. He's got tonight's game and next week at Massac County to get in sync with his wide receivers. He's a dynamic player in that he's quick, he's fast, and for as small as he is, he can really throw the football well. And I think the big thing with Harley, make the right decisions. I think that was probably the one question mark about him last year.
The one other thing about Harley Vaughn, why he throws the ball so well, his hands are huge. He just he holds the football like an orange and is able to get a good grip. But he does kind of need to get to the outside to be able to pick up those receivers and see them. And but I'm looking, Harley, he's going to do a fine job. He's got a lot of experience and he's going to be good to go. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Lions Football on NewsRadio WJPF. Yes. go straight into the interview, coach's interview, please. Straight to the coach, please.
Still got a 60 before kickoff.
Okay. We're here. There you go, Coach Dennis Drust on our pregame show here on News Radio WJPF. Coach Dennis Drust, Scott Hudson had the same goals tonight as he had a week ago.
And that's the way it should be next week as well. You had a great opportunity once you got to the Nashville game to finish this season on a 4-game winning streak, go into the playoffs, a little momentum, and then go from there. But this is obviously a very winnable game, playing a Pinckneyville team that has not won this year yet. As you mentioned earlier, Dave, Carterville playing on the turf tonight. They love playing on the turf. That's where they can utilize their speed and quickness. Hopefully Carterville can get off to a quicker start than they did last week against Sparta. And we're getting ready to see on what is a beautiful night for high school football in Southern Illinois.
We're going to go on and take our final break on our pregame show. When we come back, it's kickoff between your Carterville Lions and the Pinckneyville Panthers on News Radio WJPF. Hey, everybody on YouTube, thanks for watching. I know sometimes you may hear the audio drop out completely where you won't hear anything. It's just I have to turn the mics down all the way so we can hear what's going on at the studio. So don't be alarmed, but sometimes audio will be in and out. I think we should be good. Appreciate you tuning in, though, here on the broadcast. What part's the worst? Welcome back to Pinckneyville. It's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson here on a Friday night. We are glad to have you. And also, don't forget, if you would like to watch and or listen to the game, at the same time, you can do so. Just head to YouTube, punch in Carterville Lions at Pinckneyville Panthers, and Game 8. And you can be able to watch and listen to the game as we are getting ready for kickoff here in Pinckneyville. And we appreciate you tuning in this evening. Carterville has won the toss. They are going to receive the ball here to start the first half. Pinckneyville kicks off. It bounces at about the 15-yard line. It's picked up over on the far side by the Lions, carried out to about the 30-yard line, maybe a little bit further, 31-32, but that's where they're going to start, Scott Hudson.
Well, good field position to start their first drive of the game, first drive of this game. And let's see if Harley Vaughn, the new starting quarterback for Carterville, can get this offense going. You know, we've talked about it many times this year. First possessions for Carterville this year in games have not been very good. You almost have to go all the way back to the first possession of the year against Benton, where Carterville took it down the field and scored. Let's see if they can do that here tonight.
Carterville's moving from right to left. They're in their road white jerseys. Pinckneyville in their home blue. And let me tell you what, their numbers are terrible to see. As Carterville snaps, it's Marcus Lasdinas off the right side out to about the 37-yard line. Second down for the Lions, but those Pinckneyville numbers are we're going to be correcting each other all night.
Well, just let me say this, Dave. In future years, you are not allowed to go on vacation or anything during the Pinckneyville game.
Okay.
You must stay here for that game.
I'll remember that.
Every other game, fine, but this one, no.
Second down for the Lions, as it's Harley Vaughn from the quarterback. Gets it to Brock Tuttle. He's wrapped up. No gain for the Lions. It's going to bring up third down now.
Yeah, good job by the right side of the Panthers defense to wrap up Tuttle for no gain. It's going to bring up third and about 5, maybe 6 yards. So let's see if Coach Drust goes to the air now, if he wants to stay with that running game, which has been very good the last few weeks.
Third down for the Lions, third and long, actually. About third and 5, it looks like, as the ball sets at the 37-yard line. As Vaughn takes the snap, he's going to follow it right up the middle, off the right side. Can he get to the outside? He does, and he is going to be brought down inside the 40-yard line to about the 38 of Pinckneyville. Nice run from Harley Vaughn.
Well, Vaughn kept the football in Tuttle's gut as long as he could, then pulled it out and went to the outside. One thing that Harley does bring to the quarterback position is speed and quickness. When he takes off, it doesn't take him long to get up to speed.
And he doesn't have a lot of height to him, so you kind of lose him.
And he's hard to find.
Yeah,
exactly.
Coming out of that backfield.
Hard to find. coming out of the backfield.
1st and 10 for the Lions. They're at the 39-yard line of the Pinckneyville Panthers. As Vaughn looks to the far sideline, Coach Dennis Drust and staff over there. They get the play in. Pinckneyville moving in their home blue uniforms here in Pinckneyville. Vaughn takes the snap. He gives it to Tuttle. Tuttle right up the middle. He's wrapped up, but he fights his way forward to about the 35-yard line. 2nd down. That's a gain of 4 for Carterville.
Yeah, Tuttle got hit about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, but got another yard or so on his own, so it's going to bring up 2nd at about 6 for Carterville, who is already in Pinckneyville territory.
From the 36, as we are just underway here, river-to-river conference action in Pinckneyville. Harley Vaughn has Brock Tuttle in the backfield, takes the snap. Vaughn's going to keep it off the right side to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown for Harley Vaughn on the 36-yard touchdown run early here in the first quarter.
Well, again, that's what Vaughn brings to this team at the quarterback position. He is so quick. He is very decisive. When he decides to run the ball, there's not a lot of east and west. It's all north and south, and he just broke right through the line of scrimmage, and I think he almost went untouched into the end zone. He's just so fast, he outran everybody.
9 minutes, a little over 9 minutes on the clock here as Carterville sets up for the extra point. There's the snap. The kick is good by Colin Lazinski, and it is 7-0 Carterville here early in the first quarter. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Can you see what the seconds are on the clock? It's 9:48. Back at Pinckneyville, it's Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson, where the Carterville Lions just scored on a 36-yard Harley Vaughn touchdown run. The kickoff just took place during the break, and there was a flag on the return, Scott Hudson.
And that usually means a hold or a block in the back. And it is a hold on Pinckneyville, so they'll move it back from the spot of the foul. So Pinckneyville will start deep in their own territory. And, yes, those numbers on those jerseys, it's hard enough to see the players on the sideline what their number is.
I can tell you the quarterback for the Pinckneyville Panthers is number 5. It's Colton Kling, the senior quarterback, and he plays safety on the defensive side. But the penalty is going to march the ball back inside to the 15 to, I think they're going to mark that at the 20, at the 18 it looks like. Be close, as it'll be Pinckneyville with the football, 1st and 10 from the 18. As it is Kling from quarterback, works from center, gives it to his running back right up the middle, stuffed by the Carterville Lions, and dropped right at the 10-yard line. Actually a loss of a couple right there.
Yeah, one of the first lines to get in the backfield, Marcus Lasdinas, from his linebacker position, just shot the gap and brought him down for about a 2-yard loss.
Kling operates from under center. They bring 3 receivers to the right. This time it looks like he's going to operate from the shotgun for the Panthers. Moving left to right here on the dial. We're early in the first quarter. Carterville leads it 7-0. Kling, he gives it to his running back off the left side and is brought down back to about the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Pinckneyville.
Talking to one of the Pinckneyville broadcasters before the game, we were talking about the skill position players that said they throw the ball, but the receivers have not done a very good job of catching the ball this year, and here they are in an obvious passing situation.
Kling, again, is going to work from the shotgun. He fakes the pass to the left. He's going to roll to his right, looks to throw, and it hits the turf, incomplete. Carterville's forced to fourth down, and Pinckneyville is going to punt.
Yeah, the quarterback for Pinckneyville, Kling, rolled to his right. Looked like he may just tuck it and run, but he kind of ran down the line of scrimmage and threw an off-balance pass to the near sideline that, quite honestly, nobody was around.
And Carterville had good pursuit of him, and so I think that was probably a wise choice. Justin Johnson is back deep to receive the punt for the Lions. He stands at the 45-yard line, and Pinckneyville is going to punt here with about 8 minutes remaining on the first quarter clock. The punt comes off to the right side, hits at the 40, and Carterville is just going to let it roll dead right at the Pinckneyville 45. That's a pretty good start right there. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 45. This Lions broadcast, it's brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville. For over 30 years, certified Jort dealer, and they service all brands. Call 985-2502, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating.com.
Well, so far so good for the Lions. This is the start that Coach Drust wanted. He wanted to get out quickly on Pinckneyville, both offensively and defensively. Now, if Carterville could punch another one here early in the first quarter, at some point, maybe in the second quarter, he can start resting some of his starters.
Hopefully, that's what we said last week, but Sparta came out and punched us right in the teeth a couple of times, but Carterville looked good on that first possession as Vaughn gives it to Lasdinas off the right side, breaks a tackle, finds his way out to about the 41-yard line of Pinckneyville. Gain of 4, second down for Carterville.
About 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, Lasdinas was wrapped up around the ankles, and he just kept going. I mean, he just drug the defender with him for another couple of yards.
Ball rest at the 41-yard line. The officials here this evening in Pinckneyville. I thought I had those written down, but apparently not. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's all right. Carterville has it. We'll get to the officials here in just a moment. Vaughn from the shotgun. Tuttle with the carry across the 40 to the 30. Down inside the 20-yard line where he's tripped up right there. Carterville with a big gain, and they're moving once again.
Well, they're just gouging the line of scrimmage. They're just blowing the holes open, letting Lasdinas, Harley Vaughn, Tuttle, whoever the ball carrier is, just have wide open spaces to run through.
They rest the ball at the 19-yard line. Harley Vaughn looks toward head coach Dennis Drest over on the far side. Here, Vaughn hands it to Lasdinas, tries to get to the outside, cuts it back up on the hash, and is brought down after a short gain, probably 2, maybe 3 for Carterville. It's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, Panthers had good pursuit to the far side of the field to keep Lasdinas from getting to the corner and turning it upfield. But Lasdinas kind of stopped on the dime and got about 2-3 yards on his own back towards the middle of the field.
Gain of 3. Ball is at the 16. 2nd and 7 for Carterville. Vaughn, he gives it to Brock Tuttle, wrapped up right at the 15-yard line. Nice job defensively by the Panthers.
That's 2 good plays in a row by Pinckneyville defensively. They need a few more of those to keep Carterville out of the end zone for the second time in this first quarter.
3rd and 6 for the Lions from the 15. As we are under 6 or just over 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Can't see the clock here, Scott. It's blocked by a pole.
It is. I think it's 6:17. It's hard for me to tell.
That's the visitors' poll.
Yes.
They're going to have to rename that here. Carterville has 3 receivers spread left, 1 to the far side. Vaughn has Tuttle in the backfield, and a flag comes in from the back judge. Delay of game maybe on Carterville.
Delay of game. Too much time to get the play in. And, I know Coach Drust would like to get Harley involved in the passing game to get his timing down with his receivers. And you got to run a fine line with a game like this because you're going to probably win this game easily. So you don't want to throw the ball and make it look like you're running the score up.
3rd and 11 for the Lions from the 20. Vaughn rolls to his right, looks to throw, throws it out right to the right side off the receiver's hands. That's Justin Johnson. Just off the tips of his fingers, it's bringing up 4th down. What's Carterville do here? Do they go for it?
Oh, I think they go for Justin Johnson. Even if he would have caught that ball on the far sideline, he was going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. But it would have been obviously close enough than 4th and long. But, Carterville's going to go for it this deep in Panther territory. Look for Vaughn to throw again here.
That's what they're going to do. Scott knows what's happening.
Well, it's just a good guess.
So it is Carterville with the football. Ball from about the 20. Vaughn takes the snap, looks to throw to the left side now, finds Marcus Lasdinas. He catches it inside the 10, inside the 5. He works, and he's brought down at the 5. Is that going to be enough for a first down?
That will be a first down. It'll be first and goal. And a well-thrown ball by Harley Vaughn. He had to kind of thread the needle between two defenders. Lasdinas with his back to the goal line at about the 5-yard line, hauled it in, and it's first and goal for the Lions.
From the 5-yard line, I believe that is first and goal for Carterville as they keep the drive going. That was a nice-looking pass from Vaughn, and Lasdinas just goes up and gets it. He doesn't let it come to him. He goes and he finds that ball and brings it in. As Vaughn operates from the shotgun, he's going to follow the blockers right up the middle, gets down to about the 1, and then the ball came loose apparently. Carterville has it as number 74, Hayden Vaughn, winds up with it.
Well, I
thought he was down.
Tuttle got stopped. Maybe he thought that the play had been blown dead, but you see Tuttle standing up, and all of a sudden the ball's laying on the turf, and apparently they did not call that down by contact. They said that was a fumble, so Carterville lucky to get the ball back.
So it's second down for Carterville. Again, the ball at about the 4-yard line now. Vaughn takes the snap. He gives it to, he's going to keep it off the right side. He's fought and brought down. Nice job defensively hanging on to Vaughn. That's a loss for Carterville, and it's bringing up a third down.
Yeah, Harley probably wish he could have a do-over because Tuttle probably would have gone into the end zone untouched, but Harley, give him credit. He had a guy riding his back for about, 4 or 5 yards towards the far sideline before they could bring him down.
Kept those legs a-churning, didn't he? That's what you're supposed to do. Third down for Carterville. There is the give to Brock Tuttle, and he scores on the 4-yard touchdown run. Touchdown for Brock Tuttle.
Well, the Carterville running game has been very good the last 3 weeks, and it's continued here tonight. There's been a couple plays where Carterville hasn't got many, if any, yards, but most of the time the offensive line has done a great job to open up the holes and give the running backs plenty of room to maneuver.
So, Colin Lazinski on for the extra point for the Lions. There's the snap. The kick is up and no good as it's pushed to the right. It is 13-0 as we have 4:17 left here in the first quarter. It's Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Welcome back to Pinckneyville. It's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. Happy Friday. 13-0 Carterville. Brock Tuttle with the 4-yard touchdown run for the Lions as the Lions kick off. And they drive the deep man back inside the 5. He comes out across the 20 to about the 25, 26-yard line. Pinckneyville is going to start right there. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Coldwell Banker Preferred Realty. Happy to support the Carterville Lions. There's a reason we are preferred. Find out why, located on West Plaza Drive in Carterville.
Well, this time next week, the teams that know they're in the playoffs, the coaching staffs will have a pretty good idea of who and where they're going to play. This is another exciting time about high school football. You get into weeks 8, week 9. you start thinking about who and where you're going to be playing on that first Saturday of the high school playoffs.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for the Panthers, moving left to right as they have the ball at their own 27-yard line. 13-0, Carterville up early here. Still just over 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter as it is Colton Kling gives it to his running back off the left side out across the 30-yard line, maybe the 31 or so. 2nd down and long for the Panthers.
Well, flag comes in on the far side. This is probably going to be a hold.
It is. So they'll bring him back.
Pinckneyville gets their first positive yards, best running play of the game, and it's going to be all for naught as the penalty is going to push them back. And as much as like we talked about Sparta last week, Dave, you got to give these Pinckneyville kids credit. You know, they probably knew coming into the season that they had a good chance they weren't going to make the playoffs, but these are kids that love to play football. They love to play it because they love the game. They practice hard every week. They come out here, and I think that's a testament to Coach Rushing and what he's done here with this football program.
They mark the ball at the 20-yard line. It's Kling is going to keep it off the left side, gets across the 25, laterals it off to the right side. That's incomplete. That ball's live. Say incomplete. It looked like it was live. And but Pinckneyville falls on it as that is Tyler Rice, number 10, that recovers the ball. It's going to bring up 3rd down for Pinckneyville.
Now, Kling should have just kept the ball and kept running because he pitched that ball what would have amounted to almost 10 yards, and it didn't even get to the back. And luckily, Pinckneyville was able to fall on it.
26-yard line. It is 3rd down for the Panthers. They've got about, probably 11 yards to go for a 1st down as Kling takes the snap. He rolls to his left. He wants to throws it across the middle. It's caught at about the 33-yard line, but that's well short of a Panther 1st down.
Yeah, Dylan Moore, a very good job of not allowing any yards after the catch. And, there's only been maybe a quarter or 2 quarters this year that the defensive backs for Carterville haven't played well. Their speed and quickness and size with Justin Johnson, they've been very good against other teams' passing games.
It's 3rd down for the Panthers. 3rd and we'll say 5 for Pinckneyville. As Kling takes the snap, rolls to his right, going to take it off the right end, gets to the outside, across the 40, run out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 1st down for the Panthers, their first down of the game.
Yeah, he got to the outside. No defensive end was there to turn him inside, so he just got to the edge and picked up the first down of the game for the Panthers.
They put the ball at the 44-yard line here in Pinckneyville. The first real drive put together by the Panthers as they just get their first down. And Kling is going to operate it from the shotgun from the 44. Gives it to the jetback. That's Brueggemann. Ryan Brueggemann off the left side, out near a 1st down across midfield into Carterville territory. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 48, about a yard short.
Yeah, 2 good running plays in a row for Pinckneyville. One to the right side to the outside, the other to the left, around left end. So they've got something going here.
2nd and 1 for the Panthers from the Lions 48. Yeah, that is Ryan Brueggemann, the senior wing back. That's been their motion man here so far as they bring 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the far side. On the Pinckneyville or the Carterville side of the line. As it's Brueggemann in motion, but it's Kling throws down the middle, finds his receiver right down the middle, and is brought down inside the 20-yard line. Nice job by Kling to get that ball and a nice big gain for the Panthers.
Yeah, Cameron Mead was right there with him, but a great throw by Kling. He really doesn't throw overhand. He almost slings the ball from the side, but that was a well-thrown ball. Nice catch by the receiver in Pinckneyville. They're deep in Carterville territory.
Inside the 20-yard line, as it were, as we are just a little over a minute left here in the opening quarter. Kling puts a man in motion. He's going to try and take it off the left side. He's wrapped up by about 3 Carterville Lions defensively. And brought down at about the 13-yard line. 2nd down for Pinckneyville. Ball is at the 13-yard line. Two receivers to the right, one to the far side. To the left, Kling from the shotgun. Puts a man in motion. And it is the pitch to Brueggemann. He is off the left side, gains about 3, maybe 4 yards. Brought down near the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up third down for the Panthers.
I think that was Keaton Petska on the tackle for the Lions. Did a very good job of not letting the receiver get to the outside and turn it upfield.
3rd and 6 as they have the ball at the end of the first quarter. We're going to go on and take a break. It's 13-0, but the Panthers are driving. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Boy, these sight lines. Hey, bud. Yeah, it's so hard. I can't see anything, so. It is what it is. And if you're... Welcome back to Pinckneyville. It's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson on a Friday night. If you'd like to watch the game, you get an up-close view of the tuba right in front of our window, Scott Hudson.
That's right. There's actually four tubas
to our
left.
Right here.
Yeah.
13-0 with the Pinckneyville Panthers. They are driving here as we begin play in the second quarter. They have it at 3rd and 6 at the Pinckneyville, or at the Carterville 12, as it's Kling, rolls to his right, throws it out to his receiver, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Panthers.
Thrown a little behind the receiver at about the 10-yard line. If he catches the ball, he's got Dylan Moore and Harley Vaughn coming to greet him. I don't know that he would have got to the 1st down marker, but he would have been very, very close. Instead, it's going to bring up 4th and about 6 from the 12.
So will the Panthers kick, or that's what they're doing? They're setting up to kick. I can't tell them what that number is, but I believe it is Ben Restoff that is the kicker, number 22. At least that's who they told us.
That looks like, yes, the first number is a 2, I can tell you that. Yeah, it's 22.
There we go. All right, so Restoff in for the field goal. There's the snap. Hold is down. The kick is up. Nice leg. And it is no good. It is as it was pulled left. Plenty of length on it. But the Lions, rather, are going to get the football here. Just underway in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for Carterville.
Plenty of leg by Restoff, just as you said. Pulled it to the left. So Carterville will take over at their own 12-yard line, up 13-0. On a beautiful night in Southern Illinois. We talked about the weather from week 1 to week 8. It's been perfect for broadcasters and the players.
Absolutely. Lions broadcast brought to you by the Carterville Banking Center, the Bank of Carbondale. Proud to be locally owned and operated. Stop by, visit their professional staff at the Carterville Banking Center, located at 200 West Plaza Drive in Carterville. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Carterville has it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line here as we are just underway in the second, as it's Tuttle that bangs his way out to about the 22. No, that was Vaughn that kept it out to about the 26-yard line.
It looked like Tuttle just took off and Harley had nobody to give it to. He said, okay, so I'll take it. But Harley went right up the middle and gained about 7-8 yards.
Ball sets at the 26-yard line, a gain of 6, so it's 2nd and 4 from the 26. As Vaughn has Tuttle and Lasdinas on his left. Lasdinas with the carry. Plenty enough for a Carterville first down.
Yeah, he had about 3 or 4 Panthers on his back, carried a few of them. So it's going to be another first down for Carterville. Carterville keeping the ball mainly on the ground, which is what you want to expect. Coach Struss wants to keep that running game going like it has the last 2 or 3 weeks.
The ball is at the 31-yard line of Carterville. First and 10 for Harley Vaughn. He gives it to Marcus Lasdinas right up the middle, across the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, brought down in Pinckneyville Panther territory right at the 30-yard line. Huge gain, a gain of 40, let's say 39 for Marcus Lasdinas.
Yeah, Lucas Denard had to bring him down from behind. Give Denard credit, he never gave up on the play. He sprinted down the field and brought Lasdinas down, but not before. A huge Lions gain into Panther territory.
Just that one defender left, and luckily brought Lasdinas down. That would have been a nice 70-yard run for the Lions. But they line him back up again from the 30 of Pinckneyville. Vaughn, he gives it to Brock Tuttle this time. He's right in the middle of the pile and gets driven straight back. Little to no gain. Well, actually, we'll call it a gain of about 2. It looks like maybe 3 for the Lions.
Yeah, not much on that play up the middle. Brock did a lot of that on his own.
Yeah, he did. Down to the 27, so a gain of 3. Second down and 7. 10 minutes left. It's 13-0 Carterville with the lead. 2 touchdowns. Harley Vaughn had the 6-yard touchdown run, and then Brock Tuttle a 4-yard touchdown run. Vaughn from the shotgun. On the draw, keeps it himself. Read option, rather, and he was just banged right straight down.
Nowhere to go. A couple of scores in. These are shockers. I know it's early in the game. End of 1, Murfreesboro leads Benton 13-0. 11:54 left in the second quarter. Vienna leads Cesar Woodlawn Waltonville 7-0.
Wow.
Couple surprises there.
Ball is at the 27-yard line. It's 3rd and 7 from the 27. Vaughn looks to throw, but he pulls it down, takes off the left side, and is brought down. No, he got through there. How did he get through there to the 5? Touchdown. Harley Vaughn, where did he come from? That is amazing.
Well, we talked about Harley Vaughn's size. He's so small that he's hard to find when the ball is snapped if he's running it. Well, they found him. They just didn't bring him down. It looked like the play was stopped at about the 20-yard line, and the next thing you know, you see Pinckneyville Panthers running to the far sideline. We're thinking, what are they running after? Oh, wait a minute, they're running after Harley Vaughn, who still has the ball, and he gets into the end zone.
9:09 on the second quarter clock. Harley Vaughn, a 27-yard touchdown run for the Lions. Colin Lazinski in for the extra point. Snap, kick. Good. That's how we roll. It is 20-0. Carterville now in the second quarter. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Hey, everybody on YouTube, thank you for watching. Back in Pinckneyville, 20-0. Carterville with the lead. The kickoff hits at the 10-yard line. It's taken there by the Panthers and is out to about the 19-yard line where they will start 1st and 10 here in the second quarter. This Lions broadcast brought to you by the City of Carterville, Mayor Brad Robinson, and the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters, Carterville Lions sports.
A lot of players should play tonight for the Lions, like a lot did last week, especially after the second quarter. And that's one of the things Coach Dennis Truss wanted to do, get a lot of players in there, get his starters out, rest them a little bit, get them ready for the final regular season game next week at Massac County. And, Dave, we will not be going to the boat. We won't have time.
Are you sure?
I'll check on that. Amy said she's going to give us $40 each, so.
She rocks, I'm telling you. Hey, speaking of which, next week, that's the last time we'll play Massac.
That's right.
Starting next season, Carterville is going to be playing Mascoutah.
Now,
the final game.
Do we know where next year's game is at? Is it at Carterville?
I've not heard that. I do not know.
I have been to Mascoutah's football field. It's a nice facility.
Gain of 5 by the Panthers. Out to about the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. I don't know. I've never been there. I'm kind of looking forward to it, though.
It's nice. I was there in 2009.
Panthers have it. Kling from the shotgun. He's going to keep it, takes it up the middle, out across the 30, bounces out, hits the ground to about the 35-yard line. It looks as where they're going to mark it 1st down for the Panthers.
I think he was tripped up by Colin Ledzinski. If he doesn't get him by the ankle, he probably goes to the 40, maybe 45-yard line.
So Pinckneyville moving right to left here as we have over 8 minutes remaining in the first half. This game has a much better pace than last week's game.
Much better.
As Pinckneyville, that is Kling that takes it on that read option. He decided to keep it, and he was wrapped right up. He falls forward, picks up about 1. Are they going to give him 2? Yes, they are going to give him 2 yards.
Nice play by Zach Schlenwine. He waited to see if it was going to be the ball carrier, or excuse me, the back or the quarterback taking the ball, and he didn't overcommit to either one. He waited. It was the quarterback that took it, and Schlenwine made a nice tackle.
Let me tell you something about Zach Schlenwine. He's playing with a torn labrum in his right shoulder. And so his shoulder will pop out occasionally. This week he's wearing a brace for the Friday night. Oh, man, on the,
Speaking of
on the lateral, that was Marcus Lasdinas that just buried the receiver on the far side. As soon as he caught the ball, there was Mr. Lasdinas.
And if you go back to, week 4, so week 3 or week 4, I guess it's week 4 against DuQuoin, Lasdinas did the same thing to a DuQuoin quarterback on the far sideline in that game. So he's laid out a couple of big hits this year.
Ball is at the 32-yard line of the Panthers. As Kling, once again, he's going to operate from the shotgun, but there's a flag comes in. I believe it may be a motion penalty. It is. It's going to back him up 5 more yards. Let me finish my thought on Zach Schlenwine. He has been playing several games with it, and that shoulder would come out. Of course, the labrum's what holds that joint together. He has went in the locker room, I guess, yesterday, and he was trying on the brace, and hopefully it's going to keep in place. But, man, that was a nice tackle he had a while ago. And he's a tough kid. Wasn't letting it keep him from playing, but that brace should kind of help hold things in place. Pinckneyville has it. It is 3rd down, and I don't know what, something. As they roll out to the left, he throws it out to Lucas Denard.
And he's going to be brought down by about 3 Carterville Lions. Lazinski was there. Cameron Mead was there. Hunter Lynch was there. But still going to be 4th and very, very long, so the Panthers are going to have to punt.
Ball is at the 30-yard line. 4th and forever for the Panthers. And a flag comes flying in. Is that an illegal substitution?
I think you might be correct. And it's on Pinckneyville.
Against Pinckneyville. Too many men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Will they throw a flag if you only have 10 on the field?
There's 11 out there right now. Now they may.
I don't know.
I thought it might have been Carterville who.
Carterville's going to come after the punters. 4th down for the Panthers. Carterville is lined up. They're coming after him. Nice snap. He gets the kick away. Nice job as Justin Johnson takes it at the 42-yard line, gets away from him, back across the 50, the 45 of Pinckneyville, where he is wrapped up and spun around and thrown out of bounds on the far side at about the 42-yard line.
Nice return by the senior, Justin Johnson. That'll give Carterville great field position yet again in Pinckneyville territory.
1st and 10 for the Carterville Lions. They are going to spot the ball at the 43-yard line of the Pinckneyville Panthers. Coming up on the postgame show, the Wild Hog postgame show, Scott and I will wrap up the game. We'll present our Joe's Lawn Care sleet and snow removal. Start of the game on the Wild Hog postgame show. Stick around for that. Carterville has it. Vaughn looks to throw to the right, finds Johnson. Johnson catches it and is brought down at about the 30-yard line. And that is going to be enough for a Carterville Lions first down.
Now, a well-thrown ball again, a little slant pattern to Justin Johnson. Harley threw it up high enough to where only his receiver was going to get it. Of course, Johnson's about, 6'3". He's got those long arms, so... And we saw Vaughn's arm strength there. He really got that out there quickly.
They do like that slant to Johnson when they throw it. That's who it's been since Luke Ford has not been in the lineup. As it's the give, I believe that was Lasdinas on the carry. Bringing up 2nd down for the Carterville Lions.
And we assume that, whether it's next week or the playoffs, that Luke Ford will return, and just his presence on the field, especially offensively, opens up so many things for everybody else.
2nd down for Carterville. Ball sets at about the 33-yard line. Can't see what it is to the first down, but Vaughn gives it to Tuttle off the left side. Bangs his way down to about the 17-yard line. First down for the Carterville Lions.
4:46 to go here till half. This game has scooted right along.
We like it that way.
Oh, after last week, you better believe it. Us old people have to get to bed early.
Carterville's doing a nice job with the pace of the offense. It's kind of an up-tempo. They always go no huddle, but this seems like it has a better tempo to it.
Well, and the thing is, with Harley Vaughn being quarterback now, started last year, it's like a seamless transition from Rawlinson to Harley Vaughn. There's no, other than the size of the two quarterbacks, you really can't tell a big difference.
Ball sets at the 17. Vaughn is going to work from the shotgun. Carterville threatening here again as we have about 4 minutes remaining in the half. It's the give to the first man. That is Lasdinas, where he's wrapped up. He never do really get him to the ground. He fights his way. Forward progress is stopped. Whistle blows, and they're going to mark him at the 14-yard line. That was a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
Just want to get positive yards, keep the clock running.
Vaughn takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Off the left tackle, across the 10-yard line where he's brought down right there. Don't think he got quite. It looks like it's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down, maybe a gain of 5, 3rd down and 2. As the ball is at the 14-yard. Nope, that's not right. 10-yard line for the Lions. Vaughn takes the snap, gives it to Tuttle off the right side, bangs this way, down to a touchdown for the Carterville Lions. It is 26-0. That is Brock Tuttle, the 10-yard touchdown run for Carterville.
That was Lasdinas who got the ball. Oh, Dave, he just went straight up the middle, had a head of steam once he got to the line of scrimmage, and he was not going to be denied. So Lasdinas takes it in. Carterville an extra point away from 27-0.
3:22 on the second quarter clock. Colin Lazinski in for the extra point. Harley Vaughn with the hold, takes the snap, gets it down, kick is up, kick is good. So that makes it 27-0, Carterville with the lead. We'll be back. It's Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Probably. Welcome back to Pinckneyville. It's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. 27-0, Carterville Lions. Hey, just got a score in. Marion leads Carbondale 21-0, that after one. As the kick is taken by the Panthers, one man to beat, brings it out to the 40-yard line, to about the 42-yard line. That's going to be a good start for the Panthers, as it's Lucas Downard with the carry for Pinckneyville.
Yeah, Lazinski hit him first, and Rafe Tuttle finished him off, but not before a nice return. Another score with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Heron leads Harrisburg 28-7.
Pinckneyville has it at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Kling from the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gives it to his running back. That is Brueggemann. And he's wrapped up by 2 Carterville Lions right there. That is Colin Lazinski, and I didn't see who the other
Justin
one was.
Cross.
There you go. Actually, may be a loss for the Panthers. 2nd down, though.
Justin Cross and Lazinski, both juniors, they'll be back next year. A lot of this Carterville Lions football team will not be back next year. 17 seniors, but there's still some key players on the line and skill position that will be back next year.
2nd and 7 from the 46. It was a gain of 3 by Brueggemann, as it is the carry by Brueggemann once again down to about midfield, just short at the 49-yard line. Gain of 3, 3rd down and 4 for the Panthers.
Schlinwine in on the tackle for Carterville. He's had a good game here in the first half.
Just a little bit over 2 minutes remaining here in the half. Scott and I will have your halftime show coming up in just moments. As Kling looks toward the sideline just below us. Coach Todd rushing. Kling looks to throw it down the left side. Has a man there, but it's picked off. Oh, my gosh. That was Nick Kralis that for Carterville on the coverage. The ball hit him right in the hands. Hits the turf. That almost an interception by Mr. Kralis.
Well, Nick Kralis almost looked like the intended receiver on that play. He had gotten behind the wide receiver and just couldn't bring it in, but it will bring up 4th down, so the Panthers will have to punt again.
Kling looks so nonchalant when he throws the ball. He just kind of takes a couple steps back and just slides it out there.
And it's like a slingshot.
That's exactly what it is. 4th down once again for the Panthers. They're forced to punt. As a good snap, there's the kick off the left side of the foot comes. Oh, it rolls right up the sideline. Carterville's going to let it roll. Down inside the 10-yard line to the 9. That was a nice job, nice roll. And Carterville is going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line.
Looked like it was going to go out at about the 35.
I know.
When it got to the sideline, it just stayed in bounds and went the Panthers' way. One of the few things that's gone the Panthers' way in this first half.
Coming up on our postgame show, we're going to choose our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. You got somebody in mind already?
You know, in a game like this, much like last week, you have so many players that have contributed to this 27-0 lead. It's kind of hard to single one person out. You could go with Vaughn, you go with Tuttle, you go with Lasdinas. Schlinwine, I think, has played well. we saw a big hit by Cross. Boy, it's tough right now. Thank God we've got 2 more quarters to decide this.
Give that a little bit thought. As Carterville has it, that is Vaughn from the shotgun. Gives it to Brock Tuttle off of the left side. Fights his way across the 15 out to about the 20-yard line. That may be enough for a Carterville first down.
That's what they call tough sledding. I mean, he tried to go to the outside, then had to cut it up, and had Pinckneyville Panther defender just bouncing all over him, and he was able to pick up 10 yards and a first down.
Carterville does get the first down on the 10-yard carry by Tuttle. As making our way toward 1 minute remaining in the half, as Lasdinas, he has it. Somebody's got a hold of his jersey, but he just keeps on fighting and helmet dives right into the turf at the 25-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5 for Lasdinas.
Yeah, Lasdinas does a very good job, as do all the backs for Carterville, of keeping their legs moving when they've been hit. It's hard to bring them down on the initial hit, or even with one defender.
2nd and 5 from the 25 for the Lions. Vaughn looks to throw. Throws it down the left side. That is Marcus Lasdinas, the intended receiver, falls incomplete. And 3rd down now for the boys from Carterville.
Yeah, Lasdinas had maybe a step on the defensive back. It would have had to have been a well-thrown ball. Just a little overthrown, but again, that just shows you the arm strength of Harley Vaughn.
And he's not getting any pressure.
No, he's not getting any pressure. He actually looked to the near sideline first and checked down, looked back to the left, saw Lasdinas running downfield, but just couldn't make connections with him. But a strong throw by the senior.
3rd and 5 from the Carterville 25. Harley Vaughn has Brock Tuttle in the backfield. 2-3 receivers left. Vaughn's going to keep it. Has enough for the first down. Out to the 35-yard line. Going to keep the drive going. First down for Carterville.
Harley Vaughn has to be a nightmare for defenses and defensive coordinators because, as we've said many times, he's so small that once he starts running, you just cannot pick him up until he's got a full head of steam past the line of scrimmage.
Gain of 10 on that carry. Carterville wants a timeout. I think we'll take a 30-second timeout. It's Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF. Are we okay on first half spots? Hey, everybody on YouTube. Hope you're having a great evening. Carterville looking good here. Thank you for watching. Let's see here. Thank you for offering the service. We cannot make it to the game. You're welcome. And Nancy Cash, watching from Franklin Park, Illinois. Thank you. Grandson Nick Kralis, number 30. Well, thanks for watching up there, Nancy. Appreciate it. Back at Pinckneyville, it's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. Carterville with the football. Under a minute to go. I think that says 40
seconds.
40 seconds on the clock.
Carterville would like to get under the score here. Again, to some it may look like Carterville's trying to run up the score, but the one thing they want to do is get closer to a running clock. But what some people don't understand is Harley Vaughn, this is only not even his second full game at quarterback. They probably want to get him throwing the ball more to get him in sync with his wide receivers.
There is a possibility next week that Luke Ford could be back in the lineup. Vaughn looks to throw, has it to Johnson, out just short of the 45, probably at the 44-yard line as the clock continues to roll. But it's a possibility Luke Ford could join the Lions back next week, getting a tune-up right before the playoffs start.
It'd be nice to get him back.
Yes, it would be. 2nd down. Carry by Harley Vaughn, out of bounds in Pinckneyville territory. Carterville's wanting to put just a few more points on the board before the half, it looks like.
Yeah, only 13 seconds left. I expect them to air it out. On the previous play, the Lions had Nick Kralis go straight down the seam to kind of open up that little slant pattern for Justin Johnson. So let's see what they do. Let's see if they try to go deep or if they just try to get into maybe field goal territory.
27-0, Lions with the lead. 13 seconds on the first half clock. Will they go for the end zone here? 1st and 10. They have it inside Panthers territory at the 43-yard line. Vaughn is going to take it off the right side after the read option. Pushes it to the sideline, steps out of bounds with
6 seconds
left on the clock. in the second quarter. See, now that's how you work. That's teamwork
That's
right there, buddy.
That's right. The only other time I can remember this situation where you had a scoreboard, it was hard to see, was at Mount Carmel. Similar situation, their scoreboard is off to the left, and you really have a hard time seeing it, but we're going to make do. We'll make do.
Ball is at the 28-yard line.
I stretched my hammies out before the game, knowing I was going to have to do this, so I'm good.
So probably the final play of the half. Will Carterville go to the end zone with it? Vaughn looks to throw, throws it down the middle. Justin Johnson was held up, but they're not going to throw the flag, and that should end.
1 second left.
With 1 second left. So maybe they got one more shot then.
Yeah, it looked like Vaughn was throwing where he wanted Johnson to be headed towards the end zone. Johnson was headed more towards the middle of the field.
Yeah, his slant was a little bit.
Yeah, it was
more pronounced, going toward the middle instead of
right
on the quarter. But Vaughn, he's going to throw it across the middle. Lasdinas was the intended receiver. There's a flag thrown. Play in the half cannot end
on a penalty.
On a defensive penalty, so Carterville's going to have one more opportunity to score. It'll be an untimed down, but it looks like they're going to maybe kick the field goal.
Yes, Lozinski's coming in, and this isn't bad because who knows, in the playoffs you might need
a good leg.
So this is something that Carterville, I don't know if they've tried
2 years ago. When Carterville came to Pinckneyville to play, it came down to a field goal, a last-second field goal. Carterville wound up winning that game 17-14. That was the last time we were here in Perry County. They're going to mark the ball at the 21-yard line. So this will be a 31-yard field goal for Carterville's Colin Lazinski.
Well, he's got the leg, but you need a good snap and you need a good hold.
The junior wearing the green cleats has Harley Vaughn as his holder. Snap is good. Kick is up. It looks like it went left. Nope, they're going to give it to him. How about that? Colin Lazinski with a, what did we say? A
31 yard. And that would have been good from probably 41. I mean, he booted that thing.
By Lazinski. Nice job. It is 30-0. Carterville leads it at the half. Halftime show's next on News Radio WJPF. Let's go. Works for me. Back in Pinckneyville, Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, where we just made it to half. It's 30-0. Scott Hudson, Colin Lazinski, a 31-yard field goal to give Carterville that 30-0 lead.
Yeah, it was a good snap, good hold, and Lazinski just got all of his leg into that. It could have been, probably would have been good from 41, if not further. But a good ending for Carterville to a very good first half, both offensively and defensively. I'm sure Coach Dress is happy with what he saw in the first half. Harley Vaughn running the offense, a seamless transition from Rawlinson to Harley Vaughn. Running backs running hard. Some nice passes by Vaughn to Justin Johnson. Defense played well. We talked about Schlenwine. We talked about the big hit by Lasdinas. Just a very good first half by Carterville.
It was a very good half by the Carterville Lions, and they started things off right from the get-go. Their first drive, the fifth play of their opening drive, it was Harley Vaughn with a 36-yard touchdown run, the 9:45 mark of the first quarter, 7-0 after the extra point, Carterville. Then Carterville scores on their next possession, a 4-yard touchdown run by Brock Tuttle. made it 13-0. The extra point was no good. That was at the 4:17 mark of the opening quarter. At the end of one, it's 13-0 Lions. Then Carterville, after a missed field goal by the Panthers on their drive to start the second quarter, Carterville gets it back, and it was a 27-yard touchdown run by Carterville's Harley Vaughn, 20-0 after the extra point. That was 9:09 left in the second quarter. Then on the following possession, it was the Marcus Lasdinas with the 10-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good, 27-0 Carterville. And then, as we said, Colin Lazinski, a 31-yard field goal for the Lions right at the buzzer at the half, and it's 30-0. So Carterville has 5 possessions and score 5 times in that first half.
Well, can't get any better than that, other than if your last possession would have been a touchdown. But you got points out every possession. The defense played well, and shout out to the offensive line as well. Offensive line did an outstanding job in the first half, creating some holes for Tuttle. Lasdinas Vaughn did a really nice job of getting them. If the running play was designed to go up the middle, they created the holes. If the running play was designed to go the outside, they were able to keep the linebackers and defensive ends push towards the middle to let those guys get the outside. So all in all, a very good first half by the Lions.
Absolutely. I'm sure Dennis Trust is a very happy camper, and things are going exactly the way he wanted them to see going into this game. This is what you wanted to see a week ago with Sparta, but Sparta came out kicking and kind of kick us in the shin a couple times, but Carterville has looked very nice here in the first half, and that's put them up to this 30-0 lead.
Well, Sparta had some very good skill position players, guys that could take it to the house. We saw that on the opening kickoff, where they ran it back about 80 yards, 85 yards for a touchdown to open up the scoring. Pinckneyville just doesn't have the outside speed, the overall team speed, and they really don't have the wide receivers to go for their quarterback clean to go deep. So Carterville took advantage of those things. They forced. Now, Pinckneyville did have some nice running plays, but the couple times they got into Carterville territory, they weren't able to finish those drives off with points. So Carterville, I'm sure, would love to have already had 40 and start the running clock going into the third, but it looks like it's headed there eventually anyway. And then from this point on, you're going to see a lot of fresh faces and clean jerseys out on the field, because I'm sure Carterville's going to play probably everybody that's suited up tonight sooner or later.
Absolutely. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. They have an online mortgage center. That's where you can check rates or you can apply for a mortgage anytime. For more information on the Bank of Carbondale's online mortgage center, go to their website, tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and all loans are subject to credit approval. NMLS registration number 742871. One of the best bands in Southern Illinois, high school-wise, has consistently been the Pinckneyville Panthers, and they are out on the field with their halftime performance and always do a nice job here at their home games on the turf in Pinckneyville. We're going to go on and take another break. It's the Carterville Lions. They lead the Pinckneyville Panthers 30-0 at the half. It's Lions football here on News Radio WJPF. Welcome back to Perry County. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson at the half here. Carterville leads it 20-0. Scott, you're kind of the playoff guru when it comes to thinking about points and what can happen. You and I kind of, before the game started, were touching on it, I had a conversation with Coach D. We're just it's number one, it's hard to believe we're 2 weeks away from high school playoff season. And let me mention this, because it came up this week. Basketball season starts officially November 6th. November 10th, it is going to be, I think that's Friday night, the 10th, is going to be Meet the Lions Winter Edition at the high school, where you're going to have an opportunity to meet all of the winter sports teams, whatever that is, and basketball, they'll scrimmage as well. But we invite you to come out to Meet the Lions. That is going to be on Friday night, November 10th. The Carterville Lions Athletic Booster Club, they put that on. There's food. It starts at 5 o'clock. And as we said, an introduction of the winter sports. But we're just a couple of weeks from playoff action. What's your thought as we sit here? Carterville well in control. Right now, that would put them at 6-2 on the season after tonight. If they go on to win, you assume that you're going to get the win next week. So let's think of the record at 7-2 for the Lions going into the playoff week. What's your thought?
Well, 7-2 could get you a home game. A lot depends on, does the IHSA go 1 through 32, which they normally won't do in the lower classes like 4A, 3A. They will do it at 5A. Or will they go to the 2 16-team brackets, or will they go to the 4 8-team quadrants? And if they go 4 8-team quadrants, they go by basically geography. 4 8-team quadrants mean you have enough teams. Enough teams locally that you can keep the travel down. Now, if that happens, Carterville at 7-2 could play. Now, this is just all speculation.
Yeah.
Could play somebody like Heron, who's expected to probably finish 8-1. Now, they play Breeze Central next week at Breeze Central. Don't know Breeze Central's record, but they're usually pretty good on their home turf. So, assuming Heron wins that game, they're 8-1. Carterville finishes 7-2. That could be a matchup if they go to the 8-team quadrants. If you have the 2 16-team brackets, that's likely not to happen. And personally, and I think most coaches and most players will tell you, the fun thing about the playoffs is you get to probably play somebody you haven't played before.
True. And
coaches don't want to play somebody they played before. And honestly, we want to see somebody new. So it really depends on, and I know Coach Dress, I think, alluded to this, that up north there are a lot of probably going to be a lot of 8-1 teams, maybe 9-0 teams.
Yep.
So that will dictate who falls where. Again, 7-2 could get you a home game, but if 7-2 you play somebody else at 7-2, where Carterville wouldn't get the home game is playoff points, because Carterville's not going to have a lot of playoff points based on their opponents this year. So if 2 7-2 teams are tied, they go by playoff points, Carterville will be on the road. But there's still a lot to be determined tonight and next week. But I guarantee you, if not tomorrow night, Sunday, Carterville's coaches will already be taking a look at that and be guessing and thinking about who they're going to play. And I can tell you this, too. I can tell you this as fact. A lot of coaches, and I'm not going to say all, but a lot of coaches know before next Saturday night who they're playing, because they have been told by directors of the IHSA, people Absolutely. They know. So, but they won't let that out.
No,
it's absolutely. Insider knowledge, but it's going to be exciting. The one thing we do know, Dave, we're not going to have to go to Belleville-Altoff this year. That's not going to happen. So
it's
some
junior
good news
college
there.
Up there.
It is.
Or not so much junior.
Well, actually, Altoff has a new field this year, their own field, and they lost to I think Centralia on their opening night of that field. But it's fun to speculate, and we'll probably talk a little bit more about it tomorrow on Sports Voice, and then probably next week as well. But there's a lot of possibilities for Carterville, and I will say this: it looks like that there's almost very little chance that Carterville will drop into 3A. You'd have to have a lot of the bigger schools make the playoffs, and Carterville get bumped down because of enrollment. But Carterville's been 4A at least the last 3-4 years, so more than likely, even though they're one of the smaller 4A schools, they're probably going to end up in 4A.
We're at the half here in Pinckneyville, 30-0. Carterville with firmly in control over the Pinckneyville Panthers. And the coaching staff, they've already started looking at it. I talked to Coach D a little bit last night, asked him what his thoughts were, and exactly what you said. You know, it's going to depend on what those 8-1 teams do, how many there are going to be, what happens to the Carterville Lions. And there's still some big games left in the region. I know tonight a big game that he was interested in was the Chester game, that they could play a role in what happens to Carterville playoff-wise. You talked about Heron. You talk about Harrisburg. You talk about West Frankfort. You talk about Benton. Those are the teams. And then you throw in, we haven't even mentioned, the AJ and the DuQuoin as well. So, you know, it's just it's an interesting time, a fun time of the year as they start making their way toward the playoff season. And it's like we said, we're only after tonight 2 weeks away from the first round of the IHSA football playoffs, and your Carterville Lions. Pinckneyville Panther Marching Band. Another nice job this evening as they leave the field. We have a presentation that's going to be made by Coach Ron Wagner here. At the half, it's Murphy leads Benton. I'm kind of surprised by this, 13-0, as Hamilton Page of the Benton Rangers, who is, you know, he may be the player of the year in Southern Illinois, but usually he just racks up 13, 20, 27 points himself. All by himself.
And Murfreesboro's out of the playoff picture, so they have nothing to play for but pride. And a lot of times you'll see this where teams have no pressure on them. They go out and they play the best football. And Benton to only, I think the last update I had was 13-6 at half. Benton trailing. For Benton only to have 6 points at half against Murfreesboro is very surprising. Benton really needs that win, to help solidify a playoff spot. So. And we saw earlier, Vienna was beating Cesar-Valera Woodlawn Waltonville. That's a shocker. Now, Cesar-Valera Woodlawn Waltonville could be overlooking this game because Week 9, they travel to Fairfield. 2 undefeated teams.
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
That will be for the Black Diamond Conference title.
Yes,
so they may have overlooked the Eagles tonight.
At the half, Heron leads Harrisburg 35-7. Orphans lead Mount Vernon 28-0. Javon Williams Jr., 220 yards rushing. And there's still 9 minutes left in the second quarter. 222 yards in, 15 minutes.
Have you seen that young man?
No, I haven't got to see him play.
If you lined him up out on the field and you pointed to him and I said, Dave, tell me what position he plays, I guarantee you 10 out of 10 times you would not say quarterback. The dude is huge. I mean, and I'm not talking fat huge. I'm talking big, muscular. He does not look like a quarterback. He runs and he can throw. Colleges have contacted him. Some big colleges have contacted him about playing, but they want him to play defense. And he says, I want to play quarterback. But he is huge. I mean, he's one of the biggest quarterbacks I've ever seen.
We're going to go and take our final halftime break as both teams are back out starting their final stretches as we get ready to get into second half action. Carterville leads it here at Pinckneyville 30-0. Thank you for listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Oh, I'm sure. Who you drafting, dude? Who you drafting?
Tonight, I'm in 4th place.
Oh, hockey. All right. Yeah. Behind the scenes for you, YouTube. Scott putting together his hockey fantasy team for tonight.
I'm in 4th so far.
Attaboy. Back in Pinckneyville, Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson on a Friday night. It's at the half, 30-0. Carterville with the lead. You know that Coach D is wanting to get to that running clock, so do you play your starters to start the second half, get to the 40, and then put in the underclassmen?
I think at least the first offensive possession, you probably have your starters in, and then you go from there. Comfortable lead at 30-0. You want the running clock. It's not it's not something you have to have. I would say one possession, two at the most, and then they're going to get everybody out of there and let some of the underclassmen play.
Pinckneyville Panthers are circling up at the 25-yard line to our right. Carterville Lions are spread out across the field as they go across through their their halftime mandatory 3-minute warm-up period. And also got to say congratulations to Avery Ray. She is in, let's see here. Where'd she wind up? She was playing well early. I think she struggled on the afternoon round at the IHSA Class 1A golf tournament in Decatur. Let me look at this. She shot +8 today, the first day of golf in Decatur. And I know that the River to River Conference, all conference cross-country teams were announced. Of course, yesterday was the cross-country championships in Benton. And I believe it was Benton that won the boys division. I'd have to go back and look through my notes, but it's a busy time of year. You got the playoffs that we were talking about and getting ready to start. You've got the championships for golf. Volleyball that playoffs are going to be starting. And then right behind that is basketball season, boys and girls wrestling. Cheer competition season starts up, so it's kind of a crazy time. Hey, this Lions broadcast, it's brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Downtown Carterville for over 30 years, proudly supporting the Carterville Lions. Call 985-2502. Go online, charliesairconditioningandheating.com. Our Wild Hog postgame show. We'll wrap up the game. We'll talk to Coach Dennis Drust. We're going to name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. And then immediately after we're done, we invite you to tune over to 103.5 ESPN. And right after the Heron Tiger game, John Homan will have overtime. He'll wrap up all the games from around Southern Illinois, talk to the coaches, some of the players. It's a busy night on Friday nights, and we thank you for joining us here on News Radio WJPF, and tune in to Overtime with John Homan on 103.5 ESPN immediately following our game. Both teams are ready to go. Panthers are going to have the football to start play here in the second half as Lazinski tees it up from the 40. We are underway here in the second half. That is Brueggemann that takes the kickoff out to about the 30-yard line to about the 31, and that is where the Panthers are going to start the second half.
You talk about basketball season not being that far away. Pinckneyville Panthers is going to be really good this year in basketball. They've got a lot of kids back from last year's team that was very good. Carterville got some kids to replace, but looking forward to Coach Hawkins and his crew this year.
I know he's chomping at the bit to get things going.
I bet he can't wait.
Panthers have the ball at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 as we start play here in the second half. As that is the give to Tyler Rice off the right side. He's out across the 35 down to about the 38-yard line. Second down for the Panthers.
See some new faces out there. See some of the starters still in for Carterville on defense. Again, I think offensively, if they could get a score on their first possession, their night would pretty much be over.
2nd and 4 for the Panthers, wearing their blue home uniforms here. I believe next Friday night will probably be their senior night as they take on Carlisle here at Pinckneyville. As Colton Kling, the senior quarterback, he is going to take it up the middle, falls across the 40-yard line to about the 42-yard line. Should be enough for Panthers first down.
Yep, they're moving the sticks. 2 plays, a first down. Pinckneyville not showing any quit in them.
From the 42-yard line, 30-0. Carterville has the lead here as we begin play in the second half. And don't forget, if you get up by 40 points, it moves into a rolling clock that does not stop. The give to the jet back is across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Gain of 4. Let's bring it up second down.
Now Lazinski on another tackle. Lazinski, a player that might get started the game. He's had a good night defensively, and, of course, he hit that 31-yard field goal right before half.
Yep. Colin Lazinski, that field goal kicker, player of the game. That'd be pretty impressive.
But he's doing well on defense, too, for his linebacker spot.
Yes, he is. As Kling keeps it, and he spun to the turf. Zach Brock Tuttle on the tackle, got a hold of him, just spun him right down, and it's going to bring up third down and long for the Panthers. 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. As they are at the 47-yard line.
The thing I like about Colin Lazinski, you know who he is because he's got the green shoes on.
Yeah, it makes him easy to spot. And I'm telling you, I don't know if it's so, I mean, we've got some bad sight lines here, but my eyes may just be that bad too. The ball's out near the 50-yard line.
Oh, great hit by Dylan Moore on the far sideline.
Wrapped him right up, didn't he?
I mean, as soon as the receiver got the ball, Dylan Moore was there and popped him. It's going to bring up 4th and about a yard. And Pinckneyville on the Carterville 49, they're definitely going to go for it.
Yes, they are. They have nothing to lose, and they need points. Keep the drive going. As it is Colton Kling. There's an illegal. Carterville jumped.
Mm-hmm. Hard count. Got the Lions to jump off sides.
Zach Schlinwein was the one that jumped on that. So that's going to be enough for a first down for the Panthers. First and 10 from the 44-yard line of Carterville. Kling from the shotgun, 2 receivers left. Puts a man in motion. It's the give to that motion man. That is Brueggemann off the left side, and he's brought down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line.
Looks like Hunter Lynch and Brock Tuttle in on the stop for the Lions, but he got about a 6-yard gain.
2nd and 4 for the Panthers. They're looking good on this drive. As Kling takes the snap, gives it to Tyler Rice off the right side and up for the first down. Down across the 10, fights his way at the 10, inside the 10 to about the 7. Did he drop the ball?
Yeah, he fumbled the ball and bounced right back up to him.
And Pinckneyville has something brewing here as they are in the red zone here with a little over 8 minutes left in this third quarter.
Carterville has not found a way to stop that jet sweep. Back comes in motion. They hand the ball off to him as he's in full stride. And Carterville has not figured that out yet.
First and goal from the Carterville 7. Kling from the shotgun, jet back in motion. Kling looked to run, feels some pressure, is being pushed to the outside, and that's a loss of some yardage. Nice job by the Carterville D stringing that out.
Yeah, Kralis was the one that pushed him out of bounds. Kling probably should have just thrown the ball out of bounds and avoided the loss, but instead he decided to run out of bounds.
This is will be the 10th play on this drive to start the third quarter. 2nd down and 14 from the 14. 2nd and goal from the 14 for the Panthers. Again, man in motion. Kling is keeping it, throws it to the left side. It was incomplete as he tried to get it to Ryan Brueggemann, but he had to jump up. The ball hits the turf. It's incomplete.
Well, Hunter Lynch was right there as well. He was not going to, even if he catches the ball, he's not going anywhere. Lynch read the play beautifully and was there to make the stop.
Marion leads Carbondale 35-0 at the half. Here it's 30-0. Carterville with the lead, but Pinckneyville threatening. As just a little over 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. Kling takes the snap. He's going to throw to the left, and it was caught at about the 6-yard line. They're going to give him the 5. They're going to say that was complete.
So it's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 5.
4th and goal from the 5-yard line. So the Panthers, they'll go for it. Little over 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Carterville 30-0. Kling from the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, puts the jet back in motion. Kling rolls to his right. Is he going to throw it? Throws it, finds a man wide open. Touchdown for the Pinckneyville Panthers, their first touchdown of the game.
Very impressive drive to open up this third quarter by Pinckneyville. Did a lot of it by running the jet sweep to the either left side or right side. And then Kling throws a 5-yard touchdown pass on 4th and goal to get the Panthers on the board.
Couldn't tell you who the receiver was. Didn't see his number. Rice, number 10, was the receiver. The extra point is good. It is 30-7. Carterville with the lead. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Back at Pinckneyville, it's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, where the teams are lining up after the 5-yard touchdown pass from Kling to Rice. Puts Pinckneyville on the board for the first time tonight, Scott Hudson.
Very impressive drive by the Panthers, especially since they didn't do hardly anything offensively in the first half.
As the kickoff comes to Carterville, it's out to about the 40-yard line, and that's where the Lions will start here on their first drive of the second half. This Lions broadcast brought to you by the City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports.
So Carterville will get their first chance in the second half to get their hands on the ball, up 30-7. Starters, I'm sure, so all the starters coming out offensively.
So who's going to run the offense for the Lions now? If it's not Harley Vaughn, who, number 3, comes out at the quarterback position. Brock Tuttle's also out there as well.
All the starters are back in, looks like.
Yep. Here, Harley Vaughn takes the snap from the shotgun. That is Tuttle off the left side, left tackle out across the 45-yard line, brought down at about the 46. And that's a nice first down run for Carterville.
Yeah, gain of almost 8 yards. We've talked about it tonight. The Carterville offensive line's done a very good job of opening up some holes, and then Lasdinas, Vaughn, and Tuttle have all gotten yards on their own as well.
2nd and 3 for Carterville from the 46. Vaughn takes the snap, gives it to Brock Tuttle. After a gain of about 1 yard, it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Lions.
Yeah, it looked like he had a big hole, big area to run to the outside. And he got tackled by the ankles. And
the Pinckneyville D's done a nice job keen on Brock Tuttle tonight.
Yep.
Now, Marcus Lasdinas has had some big runs. Of course, Harley had a couple of nice big runs as well. Vaughn takes the snap. He gives it to Lasdinas, who fights his way across the 50, down to about the 45, the 43-yard line of the Pinckneyville Panthers. First down for Carterville.
Lasdinas does a very good job of surveying the situation in a short period of time when he gets the ball. He kind of reminds me of a Le'Veon Bell. Gets the ball, finds the hole, finds the gap, and then hits it quickly.
And he also runs with high knees.
Yes.
He really high steps his way through that line. Tuttle has it left side, out across the hash mark on the far side, the 30-yard line. Can he catch the corner? 20, 10. Oh, he's pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. It looks like actually they're going to mark it more about the 16 as he stepped out a little bit earlier. Big run for Brock Tuttle.
Yep, he just went to the outside, saw the opening, and went down the far sideline and If he could have gotten one more block from his wide receiver, Campbell, he might have been able to take it to the house.
Fidel missed that block, but nice run by Tuttle. Vaughn gives it back to Tuttle off the right side this time across the 10. Bangs his way down into the 5-yard line, and it's going to be.
That's actually Lasdinas.
Yeah, it is.
He's slow in getting up. He delivered the hit instead of taking the hit.
Marcus has been battling like just a sore knee for several weeks. It's first and goal for the Lions from the 7-yard line. Lasdinas is going to go to the sideline. Talk to Coach D. First and goal for the Lions. Whistle, flag, and it's offside on the Carterville Lions. Somebody lined up wrong there.
Yep. Cameron Mead in the game now for Lasdinas. I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Lasdinas doesn't see the playing field the rest of the night. Cameron Mead, very capable running back in his own right. He scored against Nashville on about a 45, 50-yard run a couple of weeks ago.
It's first and goal from the 12 now for the Lions after the 5-yard mark off for offside. Harley Vaughn brings his line to the team to the line of scrimmage. Brock Tuttle down to the goal line. Are they going to give it to him?
Nope, short, inside the 1.
Yeah, like about 3 inches short, it looks like. The width of that official shoe there on the goal line. So Carterville has it, second and goal now. 2 receivers to the right. I bet Harley Vaughn is going to run it. Nope. Brock Tuttle, touchdown. Carterville Lions, Brock Tuttle on the 1-yard touchdown run. For the Lions, it is 36-7. Carterville here with just over 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Well, Tuttle did most of the heavy lifting on that drive, so why not reward him with a touchdown?
Colin Ledzinski brings the green shoes in and the tee for the extra points. 36-7. Carterville wanting to get back up by 30. Vaughn takes the snap. A low snap. He's going to roll out, trying to get to the corner for the 2-point conversion. He's pushed out of bounds short of the goal line, so it's going to remain at 36-0 for the Carterville Lions. We're going to go on and take a break. It's Lions football here on News Radio WJPF. Welcome back to Pinckneyville, Illinois. Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, Brock Tuttle with the 1-yard touchdown run. Carterville back up 36-7, the 29-point lead as the kickoff comes to the Pinckneyville return man near side, and he is buried. Believe that was Ledzinski.
It was Ledzinski
right there.
Not only does he kick off, kick field goals, play defense,
but to knock your block off.
Oh man. I mean, he stood the return man straight up. That's what you call a decleater.
Yes, a green decleater.
Yes.
That's what that is. That's the green decleaters. They mark the ball at the 25-yard line. So Panthers have it first and 10. A little over 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Carterville still has, looks like they still got their starters in there.
Yep.
So Kling from the shotgun puts a man in motion. Is going to keep it off the right side on the double option that they ran there in the backfield. And Kling, little to no gain, bringing up second down. Maybe a gain of 1, we'll say. Second down and 9.
Well, Dylan Moore came up from his defensive back position, made a nice tackle, open field tackle. Dylan Moore's had a pretty good game tonight as well.
Yeah, he has. A strong game. And we need to be thinking about our Joe's Lawn Care star of the game. Kling takes the snap, gives it to the jet back. That is Brueggemann trying to catch the corner. He's pushed out of bounds. He's down, actually, not to stop the clock, but he was down before he hit the sideline. But it's a gain of about 7, it looks like, maybe 8, third down for the Panthers.
Now, Justin Johnson had to come up from his defensive backfield spot to keep that play from going even further than it did.
Ball's at the 34-yard line. So it's big third down play for the Panthers. Carterville could use a big defensive stop right here. Kling takes the snap, gives it to Brueggemann. No, he keeps it off himself. He's out across the 50. The Carterville 45, the 44-yard line is where he's pushed out of bound. That is Mr. Kling, Colton Kling, the senior quarterback, gets the first down for the Panthers.
As well as the Lions played in the first half, this has kind of been a yucky start to the second half, at least defensively.
Yeah.
Just allowing Pinckneyville just to run the ball almost at will.
Yes, it has. They're going to have to shut somebody down or find somebody that can shut them down. It's give to Brueggemann on that sweep, but he's stacked up right there by about the entire Carterville defensive line. And a couple of other players jump in there as well. It's a gain of about 1. It's going to bring up second and 9.
Yeah, Rafe Tuttle was in on that tackle, the younger brother of Brock. I guess if they were both in the game at the same time, we'd call them the Tuttle Shuttle.
There you go. We could do that. Second down and 9 for the Panthers, moving right to left here in the third quarter as Kling is going to keep it. He's brought down a loss of about 3. Nice job defensively by the Carterville Lions as it was
Schlinwine.
Schlinwine, yes, that gets in there and gets that sack on Kling.
Bad shoulder and all.
So it's third down from, I can't see what that's marked at, the 49. Loss of 5 as Kling rolls to his right, pitches to King, or to Rice rather.
Pass.
It's going to be an incomplete pass and brings up fourth down for the Panthers as he tried that shuffle pass on that.
Well-designed play, and I think it had a chance to get to the outside and get big yards, and it wasn't that bad a pitch. The back just dropped the ball.
Fourth down for the Panthers. So Carterville should get the ball back here with decent field possession. I think there's just a few seconds left on the third quarter clock. As boy, that's a good punt right there. Justin Johnson takes it and bobbles it. Carterville falls on it, though. Should be the Lions football. I believe that's Kralos that winds up covering that loose ball. As Justin Johnson, he went up to field the ball, but he got hit at the same time. The ball comes loose.
Yeah, I think he may have wanted to call for a fair catch there. I don't think he realized how quickly the defender was getting on top of him, but Carterville recovers the fumble, and they'll take over at their own 20-yard line.
Ball is at the... Officials are still trying to decide what's going on now. They're waiting for the football to come in from the Carterville sideline.
It looks like 1:50 to go in the third.
There we go. From the 20 here at Pinckneyville, Coach Dennis Trust and his Lions have the football. Thank you for tuning in here to the game on Friday night. The 8th game out of 9 for the 2017 season. As that's the give to Cameron Mead. Takes it to the outside. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22-yard line for Carterville, gain of 2 by the Lions.
Cesar, Valera, Woodlawn, Waltonville has scored 26 unanswered points to lead Vienna 26-7.
Wow. That's a lot.
They're good.
They're good.
They'll probably end up in, I'm going to guess, 2A in the playoffs. They might do some damage in 2A.
Harley Vaughn from the shotgun, takes the snap, gives it to Cameron Mead out across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. 3rd down for the Lions.
As we dip under 30 seconds to go in the third. Both teams have scored here in the second half.
Carterville needs another touchdown.
Yep.
We'll take it. So we're making our way toward the fourth quarter. Vaughn, low snap, handles it, tries to take it to the outside, brings it back up the middle, and he's tackled short of the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down now for the Lions.
I think that's the first time Carterville's had to punt all night long.
Yeah. Well, if they don't score here, they've scored on every possession so far in the game. So this is going to be an outstanding play for the Lions.
A fake punt run for, 74 yards for a touchdown, 75, something like that.
So we'll see what happens here. Colin Lazinski in his green shoes. He punts it. Not going to be scoring by the Lions. As it's bobbled by the return man for the Panthers, goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and that's where they are going to start. We're going to go on and take a break. Or, no, we won't. We'll keep it right here. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. They offer the convenience of mobile banking. You can stay connected on the go with the Bank of Carbondale's mobile banking app. Learn more. Go online. TBOC.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
See some new faces in there on defense now for Carterville. Some starters still in, but slowly but surely, Coach Dress going to try to get most of his starters out as soon as possible.
So the Panthers have the football. It's again, nice run off the left end by the Panthers. A flag comes flying in late.
Might be a horse collar.
Say that's a possibility.
Or face mask. That'd be one of the two.
Is that Bruggeman with the carry? Number 2, it was. Officials are talking as they stand at about the 30-yard line. We're going to bring the near side judge in.
Okay, fellas, pizza or pasta after the game? What's it going to be? No flag.
They're going to wave it off.
Wow.
So, no flag. Big gain by Bruggeman as he's able to get the ball out to the 44-yard line of the Panthers. 1st and 10 from the 44. They waste no time, put their man in motion. That is Rice off the right side, gets a couple out to about 5, and he's pushed out of bounds by the whole Carterville Lions defensive squad.
One problem Carterville's defense has had most of the year is stopping the run to the outside. They're not able to get across the line of scrimmage and force that play into the inside where they have help. And it's kind of been the case here in the second half for Pinckneyville. They've been able to get to the outside relatively easily.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter. We'll get back to that in just a minute. It's the end of the third, and the Carterville Lions lead it 36-7 as we're heading to the fourth. It's Lions football here on News Radio WJPF. I'm good. Thank you. Fourth quarter we're in. Carterville Lions with the 36-7 lead here. Panthers with the football. Kling gives it to his sweetback. That's Ryan Brugman. The left end out to the far hash. Is brought down near the first down marker.
Yeah, I think he's going to have first down and then another yard. So they're going to move the sticks, move the chains.
First and 10 for the Panthers. They are moving with pace as well. 45-yard line. But Carterville. Kling takes the snap. He's going to keep it, and he is wrapped up. And big loss of about 5, it looks like. Second down and 15 for the Panthers.
And is that Mr. Schlinwind again? Yep.
It
sure is. He's made his presence felt tonight on that defensive
that
front.
brace is awesome.
Yeah,
that he's
no kidding.
that he's wearing.
Man, if I knew that could have done that to my career, I would have worn 2 of them.
Yeah, no kidding. Gain of or a loss of 2, so it's second and 12. Kling gonna keep it. Look to pitch it. But he winds up hanging on to it there at the last second. The 49-yard line of the Carterville Lions is where he's at. Third down for the Panthers.
Yeah, a nice open field tackle by Justin Cross. He came to the running back instead of waiting to the running back to come to him. Cross, only a junior. He'll be back next year.
Panthers look toward Todd Rushing and his offensive coordinator here on the near side. Kling. Again, 2, 3 receivers to the far side, left. 1 to the right, puts a man in motion.
Timeout, Pinckneyville.
Timeout, Pinckneyville Panthers. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back in 60. It's 36-7. Carterville with the lead. Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Back at Pinckneyville, it's Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson, where the Panthers just try to pass over the middle. The pass was knocked down defensively by the Carterville Lions' Cameron Mead, so that forces a fourth down for Pinckneyville, and they are forced to punt once again.
Mead with a nice knockdown of that pass.
Yeah, he did. Right-handed.
Yep.
Just knocked it right to the turf. Didn't try to pick it off. No pressure by the Lions on the punt. Nice kick by the Panthers kicker, as it's Justin Johnson takes it at about the 16-yard line. And that is going to be Lions football here in the fourth quarter. Don't forget our Wild Hog postgame show coming up immediately following the game. They're located at 1000 Pioneer Cabin Drive. They're in Craneville. Hey, if you go into the Wild Hog with Carterville gear on, show that to your server. Get 10% off your bill. And they've got great food. If you got questions, call 956-9888. Great food. Salads out of the world. Great appetizers. If you get your linebacker card, you need to get that. There's a discount on there for the Wild Hog as well. Stop by. It's the Wild Hog. They've got our postgame show coming up at the conclusion of this game. First and 10 for the Lions. They have it at their own 15-yard line, as It is Vaughn to give to Cameron Mead. He's wrapped up, and we got a penalty in the backfield. I think it may be a roughing the passer.
Now, Harley handed the ball off, went to his left, and at about the 5-yard line, the defensive back for Pinckneyville just came up and
holding against Carterville.
Oh, really?
That's what they called.
No, now they
against
changed
Pinckneyville.
it.
There we go.
Yeah, I thought it was more like personal foul, but either way, it's going to be in Carterville's favor.
15-yard penalty, too.
That's one of the stranger plays you'll see.
That's a 15 yards on a hold?
That
had to have been a personal foul.
That wasn't a hold. I mean, a hold. What was? You don't get a defensive penalty for holding the quarterback after handing the ball off.
Second.
There's nothing like that.
First and goal from the 31 for the Lions. Still don't really know exactly what happened there. Vaughn looks to throw, but as he goes back to throw it, he loses it. It just falls right out of his hand. He has to fall on it at the 20-yard line. This is a slow developing play, and it looked like he was just going to lay it over the middle, and it just falls right out of his hand.
Yep, it was going to be a timing play, I think, right down the seam, and he just, like you said, it just fell right out of his hand, and he was able to pounce on it.
Or maybe the old Statue of Liberty play. Maybe that's what he was thinking they were going to run there. Do they even run that anymore?
I haven't seen that in a long time. And that's why it probably worked if somebody did.
Probably. Second down for the Lions. As that's Mead off the left side. He bangs his way down to about the 35. A late flag comes in, and
that could be in the area of a hold against Carterville. Don't know. No signal yet. We have a hold on Carterville.
Carterville Lions. Have you thought about your Joe's Lawn Care star of the game?
Well, when you look at the team offensively, a lot of the guys like Vaughn, Tuttle, Lasdinas have all gotten that award this year. Not that they don't deserve it because they've had big games. So I try to look at somebody else that maybe has stood out tonight that hasn't gotten the recognition maybe before. I still like the overall game by Wilczynski.
Yep, I agree.
I think he's played well. He had a big hit on a kickoff, and he kicks off. He's played well defensively and hit the big 31-yarder before half.
He's had several tackles tonight.
And he wears green shoes.
There you go. He may be our star of the game. It's Cameron Mead with the carry on a second down for the Lions. Brings up third down now.
And of course, there's other players that, special mention. Obviously, Dylan Moore's played a good defensive back tonight.
Zach Schlinwine.
Schlinwine, I mean, he'd probably be my number 2. I mean, he's played really well from his defensive line position with a bad shoulder, torn labrum. That's not easy.
Third down for the Lions from third down and 20-plus yards. As that's Mead. He is fighting his way for a first down and is run out of bounds. Man, what a big run by Cameron Mead. And he gets this thing back to where it's going to be fourth and short for the Lions if they don't give him the first down.
Yeah, Mead, it looked like he was going to be stopped around the line of scrimmage and then just burst out to the outside, and Carterville's going to go ahead and punt on fourth and short. I think Carterville, the only thing they want to do right now is just keep that clock running.
Yep, exactly. As Mead gets out to the 38-yard line. Low snap. Wilczynski gets the ball away on the punt. Hits at about the 32-yard line. Carterville gets a nice roll, and it's going to be down at the 25-yard line of the Panthers. So they're going to have the football with just a little over 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Carterville firmly in control, 36-7. Let's talk about next week. Carterville is on the road, Scott. The final game of the regular season. Heading south. We're heading to Metropolis, Massac County.
Yeah, a team that, again, is winless like Pinckneyville is coming into this game tonight. Should be a win for Carterville, but you got to go out and take care of business early and hopefully finish the regular season 7-2.
Last time we'll be playing Massac County next Friday night is next year Carterville is going to be playing Mascoutah in the regular season, as there's a penalty on the Panthers. That's going to be a hold in the backfield there. But Mascoutah, of course, predominantly rather is the right word, Scott Air Force Base personnel kids, and not a bad trip. You know, probably about an hour and 15 minutes for us.
Somewhere in that area.
Not bad.
Mascoutah, their football program has been better the last couple of years. The one area that will help Carterville is in playoff points. They're not going to get any from Massac. They're not going to get any from Pinckneyville. So that's a big upgrade.
Panthers have it. Shovel pass to the running back out across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Nice job by the Panthers.
That play would have worked earlier, I think, but the running back just dropped the ball.
Is that Kling, the quarterback? Is it the same, or it looks like somebody different?
Well, it looks like Kling, but...
Second down for the Panthers. And I believe that is Brueggemann with the carry, so it must be Kling. Yeah, it is. It is okay. Actually. It's a 5. Brueggemann with the carry. Gets it out to where it's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. 3rd down and 3. They have the ball marked at the 34-yard line. Kling from the shotgun. 3 receivers right. We have a flag thrown by the far side linesman. And
Pinckneyville lined up offside.
Offside, so they're going to march it back 5 yards. Be 3rd and 8 now. The Mascoutah offensive coordinator is a former Northland College head coach, Mike Popovich, up there.
Okay.
Didn't know that. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate the info. So it's 3rd down for the Panthers. 3rd and long, 3rd and 8, as it were. Kling, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Puts a man in motion. That's King off the right side, short gain. Maybe a gain of about 3, it looks like, bringing up 4th down for the Panthers.
Julian Harshbarger on the tackle for Carterville. Yeah, I think Mascoutah is a 5A school, so not only do you get a better opponent, but you get a bigger opponent. I think they're 5A. I know a few years ago they were 4A, but
4th down from the 32-yard line. Panthers are going to punt. That is Dylan Moore, who takes the punt, is tackled out of bounds here just in front of us at the 43-yard line.
He fielded that punt with a guy right on him, and Moore was able to avoid the big hit and get it to about the 43-yard line, where we have 5 minutes and 42 seconds. People on the other sideline are probably wondering, what the heck's wrong with Hudson tonight? No, I don't have vertigo. I'm just trying to see the scoreboard here.
I thought you was doing, like, yoga.
Well, you know those little things, those little birds that go down the water?
Yeah, that's
that's what I look like. Yeah,
exactly. Well, you have to lean back to the left to see the minute.
Yeah.
Lean forward for the second.
And another flag. Delay a game.
That one's going to be against the Lions.
Carterville does have a new quarterback, Keaton Petska, in the game.
Probably see a couple here in the game. May see Carson Pearson at quarterback from time to time. Heck, you may see Marcus Lasdinas. Who knows? I doubt it. He won't be in there. Petska takes the snap, gives that to Cameron Mead. Off the right side, bangs his way across the 45. That's not Cameron Mead. That is Matt Jones with the carry for the Lions.
Also a junior. He'll be back next year.
Yep. Carterville's in good shape running back-wise for next year.
Yeah, you've got to get you're going to have to get a lot of help from your junior class next year. Obviously, that are sophomores now. The junior class is going to have to really step up next year.
As that is Cameron Mead. He takes it to the far side across the 50 where he's run out of bounds at the 48-yard line. So it's going to bring up third down for the Lions. That clock stops just a little bit over 4 minutes left.
10:55 left in the game. Murfreesboro 19, Benton 14.
Wow. That would be a huge loss for the Benton Rangers.
They would still probably make the playoffs. I don't know who they play in their final week of the season. It used to be AJ, but I don't think it is anymore. Or it might be. I'm not for sure.
False start penalty on the Lions. Going to back them up. 5 more yards. Ball is at the 42-yard line. Yeah, I'm thinking it is AJ, the final game of the season.
That'd be a big blow to Benton's playoff hopes if that's the case, because it'd be tough to beat AJ.
Got a buddy that is from Benton. We were talking about that, and I was thinking that's what he said was AJ. I may be wrong. Let's see if I can find out.
Meade doesn't get the first down. That's fourth down right at midfield, so Carterville will have to punt.
Anna Jonesboro led Sparta 39-0 at the half.
Under 4 minutes to go here.
I'm not seeing it, Scott, so we'll see. Another false start against the Lions. You can tell this is a team that doesn't see a lot of playing time in the game. It's 4 false starts here in the last 45 seconds.
Yeah, some of that's to be expected. I know Coach Drust and his staff, they want perfection. But you got the new guys in here. Some of them maybe the first time under the bright lights of a Friday night.
Just over 3 minutes. Carterville's going to kick. Lazinski gets the ball away. And it hits at about the 22-yard line. That's where the Panthers are going to start right there. From the 22, Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson. Yeah, we're going to have our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the Game announcement coming up right after the conclusion of the game. Brought to you by Joe's Lawn Care, Snow Removal, Joe and Lindsay McCann of Carterville. Been in service for 20 years. So it's Panthers football. Lots of whistles. Reset the clock.
Yeah, I want to reset the play clock. There we go.
Now we're ready to go. Panthers have it at their 22-yard line. Kling gives it to Brueggemann up across the 30-yard line. Brought down about the 31. Second down for the Panthers.
Pinckneyville will play one last game. That's at home next week against Carlisle. Carlisle's a very good team.
Yes, they are. Be senior night here at Pinckneyville. Carterville's final game, as we said earlier, on the road at Massac County.
Bailey Hicks on the tackle for Carterville. He is a junior. Got a little size on him. He's a tall young lad.
Yeah, he is. A lot like his brother.
Oh, that's his brother. Okay.
Blake.
Okay, Blake. Okay, that's his brother. Does Bailey play basketball? Would be my next question.
He actually does. I believe. As Kling keeps it, falls forward at about the 33-yard line. Bringing up fourth down for the Panthers. Yeah, that's ours. Lazinski. We would like to talk to
Colin? Okay. Last or Ski?
Panthers have it. First down, 1st and 10. Put the man in motion. Kling is going to throw it across the middle. Man wide open, but they can't connect as that was Ryan Brueggemann that was wide open. The pass just a little bit too far out in front. If he catches it, it's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown. Chandler Roberts, the defensive back for Carterville, a sophomore, had been beaten down the middle of the field, but the ball was not delivered on time. And so it's incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go.
Just funny.
Oh, man.
There's not a camera on us inside here.
I know. Hopefully I don't fall out of this booth. That'd be the next thing that would happen.
2nd down for the Panthers. We are just a little bit over 2 minutes left. Man in motion. That is King. That's the give. Bruggeman was the jet back given to him. Carry the ball out to about the 40-yard line. Your Wild Hog postgame show is just a couple minutes away. And appreciate all our sponsors this year. We got a whole ton of them, and really appreciative of that. The city of Carterville, one of our boosters, Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire city of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports. You also have Coldwell Banker, Preferred Realty. Happy to support the Lions. Reason that they're preferred, find out why. Located on West Plaza Drive in Carterville. And also Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years. Certified Jort dealer, service all brands, 985-2502. Go online, visit Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating.com. 4th down for the Panthers.
Shane Sizemore, a junior, and Rafe Tuttle, a sophomore, in on the tackle. A couple of guys you'll probably be hearing their names a lot next year.
Panthers are forced to punt. Little over a minute remaining in this contest. On the road at Pinckneyville, low snap. He gets past the punter. He's got to pick it up, has trouble, finally able to get it away, but that's going to be about a 15-yard punt. Kicks back. Carterville's roll, and Carterville is going to have it to close out this game inside Panthers territory.
Shane Sizemore was back there, had a chance to really blow up the punter. And I don't know if he thought he was going to be called for roughing if he tried to hit him or not. Once the ball's on the ground, he's fair game.
Yep.
And he kind of let it go. No big deal because Carterville's going to get the ball and probably just take a couple of knees and this game will be over.
Under a minute, Scott Hudson.
42 seconds to be exact, so Carterville can
play 2 plays maybe, at the most. 19 seconds.
Yeah, they'll have to take 2 knees and that'll be it.
Carterville on the far side. They're going to take a penalty. Appears that way.
Clock's not running.
Play clock
yeah,
is.
Play clock is, so they're going to take a delay of game.
Yep. Delay of game against the Lions.
Might be the first time I've ever seen a delay of game penalty called on a team that's going to take a knee.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what's coming, you know.
Carterville pushes its record to 6-2. With this win, they are playoff eligible. Scott Hudson.
We will be there in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow, I should say, more than likely.
We don't know where.
We don't know where. We don't know what time. But we will be there.
Don't know if it's Friday or Saturday.
It could be Friday. Last year was Friday at Belleville-Althoff.
Yes, it was. I hope not. I like the Saturday playoff game.
Yeah, Saturday. I think that's what playoff football is all about. Saturday afternoons in the fall. You know, a little bit of a breeze in the air. That's what it's all about.
Yep. Temperatures need to come down a little bit. But Carterville is going to win this football game 36-7 at Pinckneyville as Petska takes a knee. That is the end of the game. And we're going to get to our Wild Hog postgame show. It is next here on News Radio WJPF. Okay. I'm good with it. Pinckneyville Panthers 36-7. Friday night football, Carterville pushes its record now, Scott, to 6-2 on the year. The final game coming next week on the road at the Massac County Patriots. And Carterville looked good tonight. Never in doubt. This game was never questioned. And they did a nice job. They did exactly what they needed to do tonight here at Pinckneyville.
Well, they did tonight what they didn't do against Sparta. That was get off to a quick start and take any possibilities of Pinckneyville pulling the upset out of their minds quickly. Offense was very good in the first half. Defense was good in the first half. Had the 30-0 lead at half. Amazingly, only 2 scores in the second half, one by Pinckneyville, one by Carterville. Pinckneyville, I thought, played a much better second half, especially offensively. They were really able to run the jet sweeps. But Carterville got out of here with the win. They got 6 wins. They don't have to worry about playoff points now. They're in the playoffs. And they got out of here what appears to be relatively healthy. Didn't see any injuries to speak of tonight. Lastinas limped off in the third, but I don't think that was anything major. So all in all, a good night for Carterville as they pick up their 6th win, and they are headed to the playoffs.
We were talking about the Benton Rangers. Their final game is at AJ next Friday night.
At AJ. So
at AJ.
When we get a final on the Murphy Benton game, we will pass that along. But Murphy was winning 19-14 in the fourth quarter of that game. So a big game for Benton.
As we are into our Wild Hog post-game show, the Wild Hog located at 1000 Pioneer Cabin Drive in Craneville, right there on the north side of Route 13. Just head to the overpass and turn back to the west, and you'll run right into the Wild Hog. And great food prices. If you wear Carterville gear in there, you'll get 10% off your bill. Bob Bombell and everybody at the Wild Hog, we appreciate. They watch the game live on the live stream, and we just appreciate everything that they do for us. We are in our Wild Hog post-game show here this evening, and Joe's Lawn Care. Hold that, and we'll do that. Kind of hold it up tight. Defensive, and man, some big plays tonight defensively for the Lions. Plus, you got that 31-yard field goal at the end of the first half.
Yes, sir.
Nice job this evening. Looks like you were all over the field tonight.
Thank you.
And played a really good game defensively.
Thank you very much.
What are you thinking defensively when you go up a team like Pinckneyville?
I mean, you can't underestimate teams like this. I mean, they'll go out there and give it their all, and they're fighting on a senior night.
Yeah. And
you played defense. You had a heck of a. So you were pretty much one.
Well, thank you.
And here on our as he pokes his head through, Coach, from your Lions.
Our business early, got our 6th win, got us in the playoffs, and got to in the second half.
Coach, one of the things now, the luxury of having, he came in under Rawlinson to Harley.
Well, experience last week on the post game. We got a lot of confidence, Christian, and passing, and then we'll, the Lions starting to play well.
We just had come field. He killed the first half.
Get him a kick far, and it worked out well. He works at it. A lot of confidence as well.
Time playing Massac County because next year we pick up Muscuda on the schedule.
2 years to pick up Muscuda. We don't have it right now, but we're not sure about Massac in a bind. But
breaking news right there.
It's they're winless. I don't know what they did tonight, but going into tonight they were winless. But they got some very good athletes, and it's like we told our kids coming here tonight. They're not going to lay down. They want to finish on a positive note. Pinckneyville does, and I'm sure Massac will too. I'm sure it'll be their senior night, and they'll want to play well. But they've got some athletes, and quarterback's very good. Got a big wide receiver that can catch and run, and anything can happen if you don't go play and play your game on next week. So that's we got a playoff win tonight, got us in. Next week we need to solidify that and just help us with a seed.
Speaking of playoffs, this is the fun time of year for broadcasters, for fans, and coaches. I know your sole purpose is to go down to Massac County and win next week, but I'm sure the coaching staff at some point during the week will look from tonight, and you'll kind of get a pretty good idea of where you may be at home or on the road, who you may be playing. I'm guessing that you probably feel like you're going to end up in 4A again.
Yeah, we're definite 4A, and 4A is pretty loaded. We've already 1 through 16. That's usually what they do in 4A, and it's going to be a tough bracket. 7-2 might get an 8-1, and there's just that much the many teams in there with good records that are going to be in the Southern bracket. So anything can happen. We just have to finish strong, get better this week, and do what we did tonight at Massac next week. Go down and take care of business early and get out healthy and prepare for the playoffs.
Yeah, the Lions TCB tonight, they did take care of business, 36-7 the final. Coach D, thanks for spending time, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you, guys.
Coach Dennis Dress joining us here on our Wild. Lazinski joining us, our 534-8148. Joe and Lindsay McCann, in business for 20 years. They do commercial, residential lawn care, landscape maintenance, spring and fall cleanup, snow removal, property maintenance. They do a great job. Give them a call, 534-8148. Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal. Colin Lazinski, our star of the game. We're going to go on and take a break. I know we're driving Brian crazy back at the station. We got to get these commercials in. We'll be back. It's Lions football on News Radio WJPF.
Well, you're not driving me crazy, but tell me what you want to do here. We can get, if we run them all, we got a 2.5-minute break, which is what I think we ought to do since we've done everything else, and then come back and get you guys out of here.
Outstanding. Let's do that.
8148, rain or shine, sleet or snow. Call Joe. 534-8148. That's 534-8148.
Pretty much everyone in Southern Illinois can now belong to SIU Credit Union. I went to SIUCU.org to find out what it's all about. Did you know that credit unions are not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperatives? They also learned that SIU Credit Union offers free checking accounts, low-rate auto loans, and they even give back to our local community. Sounds like a win-win to me. Check it out for yourself at SIUCU.org.
SIU Credit Union, where Southern Illinois belongs. Membership required. All loans subject to credit approval. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you first started driving, you probably didn't realize the importance of maintenance for your car. But then, you became a mom or dad. Aaron's Auto Center in Marion is your one-stop automotive repair shop. Your Napa Auto Care Center, Aaron's installs quality Napa parts. Make sure your car is safe and dependable. Take it to Aaron's Auto Center in Marion.
Hey, Carterville Lion fans, this is Jim with Aaron's Auto Center. Be the first to come in and tell me the final score of tonight's game, and I'll give you a free $18.99 oil change. Go Lions!
Still not visited the Sweatshop Fitness Center in downtown Carterville.
Hey, everybody on YouTube. Thank you very much for staying with us tonight. Appreciate it. And I guess we will talk to you next Friday night from Massac County, Metropolis. Going to the boat. But we appreciate you tuning in tonight and hanging with us here this evening on the game.
Back after this.
Thank you.
Market executive in Tariff, and we want to be your potential partner. Professional service combined with superior products such as digital banking, smart checking options, and competitive lending rates. Pantera is the region's largest locally owned community bank.
No, we're still got to wrap.
To serve you. Pantera Bank, proud supporter of high school sports. Member FDIC.
Back in Pinckneyville, Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson, Carterville a winner 36-7 tonight. Colin Lazinski, our star of the game, or Joe's Lawn Care star of the game. Wrap us up, Scott Hudson.
Workmanlike performance by the Lions tonight. Got out to the 30-0 halftime lead. Great first half on both sides of the ball. And as Coach Druss said, second half had a lot of new guys in there. Both teams scored in the second half, and that was it. Carterville wins 36-7. Sixth win of the season. Don't have to worry about playoff points. Carterville Lions are in. Massac County final game of the regular season next week down in Metropolis. Carterville wins. They'll finish 7-2. As Coach Druss said, a lot of teams with 8-1 records in 4A right now, so Carterville could be going on the road. But that's not the big concern now. Carterville's in with 6 wins. Good performance tonight on both sides of the ball. And this offense just continues to get better each week.
Which is a good feeling because the last couple of years it's come down to the last game for the Lions to get into the playoffs and not really knowing what was going to happen. So they wrap it up a week early. This year they're in and just got to take care of business next week at Massac. 36-7 the final over the Pinckneyville Panthers. For our producer engineer, Brian R. Powell back at the studio. For everybody online that listened, if you were watching on our YouTube channel, for my partner Scott Hudson, for Amy on the video, I'm Dave McKenzie. We'll join you at 6:45 next Friday night from Massac County. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you for listening here on News Radio WJPF. Thanks, buddy.